Welcome back to DeadHour Files. Tonight, we open case file 10219NV, the location, a remote diner deep in the heart of rural Nevada. The year 2019. The incident, 3 individuals vanish without a trace. But this isn't your typical missing persons case. This isn't a story about a lack of evidence. It's a story about an impossible surplus of it. The case revolves around the disappearance of a small group from an isolated diner. What makes this file so chilling is the witness testimony. We have 4 primary witnesses, 2 diner employees who were working that night, the first police officer to respond to the scene, and a local reporter who is chasing down a different story nearby. Normally, in a case like this, you'd expect memories to be fuzzy, details to conflict. A car might be described as dark blue by one person and black by another. The time of an event might be off by a few minutes here or there. That's human nature. But not in this case. They all describe the diner's interior with photographic accuracy down to the specific condiments left on the table. They agree on the exact clothing worn by each of the 3 missing persons: a man in a worn leather jacket, a woman in a red floral dress, and another man in a simple gray hoodie. They even identify the same vehicle they left in, a dusty, light blue sedan, with a noticeable dent on the rear passenger side door. Every single detail aligns. It's a prosecutor's dream, an investigator's slam dunk. Except for one single, reality-shattering detail: the day of the week. This is where the case file veers from a standard investigation into something far stranger. One witness, a waitress, is absolutely certain the group paid their bill and drove off on a Tuesday night. She remembers it clearly because it was her last shift before her 2 days off. Describing the exact same scene, the same people, the same blue sedan. The local reporter who saw the car pull out of the diner's lot as he drove past has time-stamped notes placing the event on a Thursday. And finally, the second diner employee, the cook, swears on his life he saw them leave on a Monday because that's the day the diner gets its weekly meat delivery. So we have 4 credible witnesses, all giving flawless, identical testimony about a single event, but placing that event on 4 different days within the same week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. It makes no logical sense. How can 4 people witness the exact same moment, but have their internal calendars so violently displaced? The initial investigators were baffled. They assumed it was a simple mix-up, a bizarre coincidence of faulty memory. But as they dug deeper, the anomaly only intensified. They pulled the raw audio from the witness interviews. And what the archiving team discovered is the source of the file SNV designation for non-verifiable. We're going to play a spliced audio clip for you now. This is a reconstruction from the original interview tapes. You are about to hear Witness A, the waitress, immediately followed by Witness B, the police officer. Listen closely. Around 9:15 at night, I watched them get into that old blue sedan. The taillights flickered a bit as they pulled onto the highway. It was exactly 9:14 p.m. I remember because I was checking my watch, waiting for my shift to end. Now, listen to Witness B, recorded 2 days later. The call came in around 10 p.m. on Wednesday. The manager was worried. According to him, their car was seen leaving at 9:14 p.m., a blue sedan. He said the taillights flickered as it pulled away. I noted the time, 9:14 p.m., in my log. It's the same event. It's the same car, the same flickering taillight, the same precise time to the minute, but separated by 24 hours. The same pattern emerged with the other 2 witnesses. For identical moments, 4 different days, the investigators were at a dead end. How could a car leave a diner at 9:14 p.m. on a Tuesday, and also on a Wednesday, and also on a Thursday, and a Monday? It was impossible. They acquired traffic camera footage from a junction a few miles down the highway from the diner. They scoured the recordings for the blue sedan's license plate, and what they found didn't solve the mystery. It cemented it in the realm of the truly terrifying. The footage confirmed the sedan's license plate passing the camera. But it didn't appear just once. The exact same car, with the same license plate, appeared in the footage on 3 separate calendar dates, all at the exact same time of night. The light conditions in the footage were identical, the same shadows cast by the streetlights, the same faint glow from the moon. It was as if the same few seconds of tape were recorded over and over again on different days. The car would appear, drive through the frame, and then vanish from all subsequent footage, not just on that road, but everywhere. On Tuesday, it appeared and vanished. On Wednesday, it appeared and vanished. On Thursday, it appeared and vanished. The data was cold, hard, and undeniable. It led the files analysts to a conclusion that sits far outside the boundaries of conventional understanding. They theorized that this was not a simple disappearance. What occurred at that diner in Nevada was a hyperlocalized temporal fracture, a glitch in the fabric of space-time, confined to that small stretch of highway. The theory goes like this. For some unknown reason, a single 24-hour sequence began to repeat. It wasn't a perfect, clean loop like in the movies. It was a stutter, a subtle, messy repetition that reset and rewrote the immediate past. Each time the loop reset, the collective memory of everyone in the vicinity was subtly altered. Their internal sense of the day would shift. But their memory of the event, the car, the people, the time was perfectly preserved from the previous iteration. They weren't misremembering. They were all correct. They were all parallel witnesses to the same event, recurring in slightly different versions of reality. The 3 individuals in the blue sedan didn't just disappear on a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, or a Thursday. They disappeared on all of them. They drove away from that diner at 9:14 p.m. and were caught in the seam of a temporal loop. A glitch that repeated until it finally snapped, taking them with it. They were erased from the timeline, not once, but multiple times. This leaves us with the unsettling legacy of case file 10219NV. 3 lives were claimed not by a person, but by a phenomenon. The file remains open, archived not because of a lack of clues, but because the clues themselves point to an event that defies our fundamental understanding of time and existence. The date of their disappearance is perpetually unresolved, a question with 4 different, equally valid answers. It serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying voids are not in the spaces between places, but in the moments between seconds. Thank you for joining us for this entry from the DeadHour Files. If you found this case as unsettling as we did, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have many more files to unseal. Until next time, stay safe and try not to watch the clock too closely.